Hello everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to be reacting to the new Venom trailer. So here's my relationship with Venom. I love Venom. My brother was a comic book nerd, put me on to Venom. I love an anti-hero. What's not to love? Spider-Man 3. I didn't see Spider-Man 3. I didn't see Spider-Man 3 because Spider-Man 1, I used to mentor kids. And as people with kids know, kids like to see the same thing over and over again. So I had this one kid who wanted to see Spider-Man, the first one. All of the time, I saw Spider-Man so much that I didn't want to see Spider-Man 2, and it rolled over to Spider-Man 3. And then fast forward and them finally getting a Venom film. The first one was okay. Yeah. Second one, I follow Woody Harrelson to the ends of the earth. Of course, Tom Hardy, who does great with everything. Ever notice he mumbles his way through a bunch of his films? But that's a side note anyway. And the relationship with him and the symbiote, I like the banter. I like the relationship. But the story, the movie is kind of, it's not horrible. It's just kind of a, Sony. Now, I hear what you're saying. Sony gets a bad rap. Look, Spider-Verse 1 and 2. To which I rebuttal, Spider-Verse 1 and 2. They didn't know it was going to be like this. They thought it was going to be like the Ninja Turtles, that last Ninja Turtles movie, which was, good. People liked it. Very good to look at. A great illustration. Great animation. They didn't think it was going to be a phenomenon. And then the second one to be another phenomenon. They didn't know that. And then people will say, well, what about the Spider-Man, the trio of Spider-Man? That is early 2000s, people. Come on now. Come on, buddy. Recently, we've had Madam Web. So my anticipation for this movie is kind of dependent on what kind of word of mouth I hear. Let's get into
You should probably know that I have a really dark and unpredictable side to me.
Stop speaking.
I'm giving you a chance, sweetie.
Say when.
When?
What are you?
We are.
We're Venom!
We are.
Venom!
No.
Oh!
Yeah, we
are
Venom. We're gonna need to work on that.
Delicious! You take me to all the finest places.
I need time out.
We always knew it was impossible. That we were alone in the universe. And it's our job to make sure that remains a secret.
Let's go get it. Oh, shit! We are fugitives. On the run. In the shit.
We are living the dream, my friend.
You mean it?
No! Any promises chance?
Hello?
There has to be a reason they're after us.
Eddie, my own, has found us. Jesus Christ!
There's an army coming that cannot be beaten.
As long as Venom lives, everyone, everything will end.
We may not make it out of this alive, buddy.
Eddie, the time has come.
do you think you can get that thing to go without killing it?
Only one way to find out.
Oh. All right. Two things stuck out for me. One was the tonal change. So it starts off kind of silly, and then break. It goes the opposite route and turns into an epic story, a world-ending story. Versus before it was more of a, I guess the two before were more contained stories of just about the duo and then the duel between the symbiotes. Whereas this one is, it's world-ending situation. So what they've done is they've upped the stakes, and kind of one of the rules of screenwriting, getting people attached to your story. You must up the stakes. Always upping the stakes. Always be upping. They have now done that with the last episode, the last of the series, which also leads me into this. Will this be the death? Because they mentioned that at the end. Will this be the death of Eddie Brock or Venom? Are they going to keep Venom for later? Have the symbiote live on and Eddie Brock dies? Or is Eddie Brock going to live and the symbiote dies? They can't kill. I guess they could kill. They wouldn't kill. Sony, come on, buddy. You can't kill the symbiote because, quite frankly, what else you got? Respectfully, Sony. You know I love you, Sony. Got a little acting nod to Eddie Brock, a.k.a. Tom Holland. Tom Hardy? Tom Hardy. It's not just the accent that he's doing. It is the mannerisms. And they're not over-the-top mannerisms. The way he walks is it's different. It's kind of almost goofy and plotting and almost drunken. It's kind of a situation. It's kind of a lot like Captain Jack Sparrow, where he's not only giving you an accent, he's giving you the essence of the character, which is tough because what ends up happening is you've got to keep that character throughout. A lot of times this happens with accents too, where there'll be an inconsistent accent. They sound different from one.
The girl from Ipanema goes walking.
From one point to the other. From one point to the other. One point to the other. From one point to the other. Throughout the film. It's an inconsistent accent because they film it on different days and the person can't keep that accent. It's the same thing. Now you've upped the stakes with an accent and mannerisms that you have to keep for 6 months, every day, all the time, out here. He's not going to win any awards for this, but I think he does a hell of a job. Plus, it's comedy mixed in with, well, it's a kind of a traditional Arnold Schwarzenegger comedy from the 90s and 80s. Well, more in the 90s. Action comedy. But hell, what do you think? Does the new Venom trailer do it for you? You excited? You ready to go see it? You're going to get out there and see it on the first night? Or are you more like, Venom, look here, you're going to have to show me. Because you've kind of disappointed me a couple times. Not horribly. You didn't cheat on me or nothing like that, but you smell bad. You didn't like my mama. Anyway. So, yeah, let me know.